Hello Cancer, this is Teresa. Welcome to October. And I hope you survived September with the eclipses and Mercury Retrograde. Things are going to be much better in October. And I want to thank you for supporting my channel, and thank you for your wonderful comments. And thank you for those of you who have purchased a reading. I appreciate it. Let me first, before I start your reading, let me ring in the bells and bring in the angels, creating a sacred space for this reading. And let's see what Cancer needs to know about love in October, love and life. What does Cancer need to know about love and life in October? What's coming up for Cancer in October? What does Cancer need to know about their love life this October? What does Cancer need to know? Planets are moving direct. Pluto just went direct in the end of September. So hopefully the stagnation everyone's been feeling is going to be lifted. We have one more Mercury retrograde coming up at the end of December, so we're not out of the woods yet, but we get a break for October and November. So what does Cancer need to know about their love life in October? Or life in general. Okay, let's see. 6 of Cups. The 8 of Swords. The 9 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Swords, the Moon, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so let's see. The 6 of Swords in the present, covered by the 8 of Swords. 6 of Swords is someone who you're healing from the past, but you are moving toward greater harmony. I think you're going to be cutting away what's not working. There might be, if there are certain relationships that are just not working, you might be cutting those away. And with the 6 of Cups, you might be also, sometimes the 6 of Cups brings someone from the past back into your life. So you're reconnecting with some people. And then you're releasing some people from your life. You're reconnecting with some people from the past. You might even be meeting new people. But whatever's going on, you are moving toward greater harmony. The problem is with the 8 of Swords, you may be afraid, you may feel like you're in a rut right now. And even though you would like to make changes, a part of you is afraid to act or afraid to move out of the situation you're in. Maybe you're afraid, you feel trapped in some way. Like, I can't move, I can't make any changes, I'm stuck. But a lot of that is fear. You have a lot of fears and you have a lot of worry. I see these 9 of Swords and the Moon. 9 of Swords in the past, you might have been recovering from an illness, or if not a physical illness, then mental stress. So you might have had some kind of health problem in the past that you're recovering from. But with the 6 of Swords, you are going to be navigating, you've come through a difficult situation. You've kind of like dodged a bullet. And now you're moving towards something that's got greater harmony. So you're going to be, even though you're feeling a little bit stuck right now, that's going to start to give way as you start to recover and you start to feel stronger. You're going to be thinking about, how can I change my life so that I have greater harmony and greater joy in my life? Because these 6s, 2 6s usually relate to harmony. And all this worry is all in the past. So coming up here, you have the 2 of Wands. You might be considering a partnership. You're going to be thinking about partnerships in October and what's right for you and what's not right, because you have the Three of Swords. So there could have been a partnership that caused you a lot of pain that may come back to be dealt with. Because the Three of Swords is usually dealing with heartache. It's a cutting away. So it could be an operation, like a minor operation, where you have to go for surgery, but then once you do, everything's fine. Or it could mean severing ties with people that are toxic, or people that are, there might be certain relationships that are no longer working, and you may need to sever ties with them. And there might be some sorrow involved in that. But I think a main thing is because you feel like your life's in a rut. Like, I've got to make changes, so I might need to, break away from some people and meet new people and, bring new life into my life. Whenever I see the Three of Swords, there's always some kind of cutting away where you're like eliminating. There's a severance, a cutting away of what's no longer working. And it could be a partnership that just, it had its day and now it's ready to be replaced by something better. The moon is also in the reading. So the moon, you have to be careful because you may want to you're not thinking clearly with the moon. And it's in your negative thinking sector. So you might be operating from a place of paranoia. Or you might be imagining things that are not really true. So you might be imagining like, oh, someone is not being nice to me, or you might be creating more problems that are really more your imagination than what's real. Because the moon always represents that you're not seeing things clearly, that your imagination is running away with itself. So before you sever people, you may want to have some kind of communication. Don't just go by your imagination. Just don't go by, well, this person doesn't like me, and so I'm just not going to deal with them anymore. Or this relationship is not working, I'm just going to leave. You need to have a conversation because it could be that there's just a misunderstanding. Whenever I see the moon, you're not seeing things clearly. So don't make any major decisions without checking into things on a deeper level or having a conversation, because you might be able to fix it. There are certain situations where for sure this relationship's just not working. Okay, you can end it. But because you have the Nine of Swords and the moon here, I'm almost thinking that a lot of what you're worried about is more in your mind than in reality. So that's just a concern. Before you go throwing the baby out with the bathwater, make sure you're not just imagining things or being a little bit overly sensitive. Cancer has a tendency to be sensitive. You might take offense at what somebody says, and they may not have meant to hurt you, but nevertheless we do. People get hurt, whether we intend it or not. So you need to talk it out, and so that you can come to some kind of resolution, so that you can reveal whatever's being hidden. In your environment, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and then you have the Knight of Wands. So there could be, the Knight of Pentacles relates to a work situation. You might be dealing with maybe you're working in partnership with another person, a younger person. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's really, you might have recently received some kind of career opportunity, some kind of partnership or endeavor, because the Two of Wands is where you've put energy towards something and you're waiting to see how it's going to develop. So this person could be someone who's down to earth, a hard-working person, maybe a little young, but definitely they have a goal. They have a career goal, and they know what they want, and they're working toward it. So this could be a good relationship, someone that's a positive influence in your life. Maybe they're even looking for a job. This person could have been maybe unemployed or laid off and now they're looking for new work. That's another option. So it could be a child or a relationship in your life. A younger person, either a romantic partner or a person in your family. The Knight of Wands, that shows a change of residence or a change of job. Like you might have recently changed jobs. You're looking for adventure. You know, you might have just severed ties with something that just wasn't working, and now you're into this new thing. Because this is like a card. This is a person who is, you're looking for adventure. You might be bored with your life, or you're not, you weren't happy with the way things were going, and so this person brings excitement and adventure to your life. And that could be either a relationship with someone who's very exciting, a lot of fun, but maybe not so reliable. They're just a free spirit. You can't pin them down. Or it could just mean that you have made changes. You're either changing your residence or changing the work that you do. Maybe the company you work for has changed its location, or you just moved on to another company. Because this is a card of movement and change. Usually it relates to employment. The very end, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands can mean that you've been struggling with a goal for a long time and you're almost ready to give up. But the Nine of Wands is saying, don't give up. Stand your ground. Fight for what you believe in. Eventually you're going to achieve your success. You just have to just give it one more shot. So before you give up on something that's really important to you, just give it that last push and you can achieve the success that you're looking for. It can also mean that a relationship from the past that you thought was done and over with comes back for you to be dealt with again. And you may have, it may be like a final reunion where you decide, okay, this is either going to work or not. And then if you decide it's just not working, you might just sever the relationship. But it's like you get a second chance to make it work. And then you're going to decide whether you want to stay in the relationship or just let it go. So there could be that kind of decision too. Because whenever the 9 comes up, the 9 of Wands, I always feel like some relationship comes back. Some challenge that you had dealt with in the past comes back again and you have to deal with it again. And the warning is, or the advice, I should say, not a warning, is to assert yourself. Stand up for your needs. Don't let someone bully you or convince you to do something that against what you really want to do. Your options are not limited. You need to stand up for yourself. That's basically fighting for your rights, being more assertive, standing. Don't let people take advantage of your good nature. So it's possible you may have some kind of conflict to deal with in the future where you need to stand your ground and fight for what you believe in. And I get the feeling that communication is going to be important because there's a lot of confusion around this issue. So before you can make the right decision, you need to clarify certain issues. You need to get more information because you may not be seeing things clearly. So if there's someone in your life and you're not sure about them, if you can trust them, you're not sure what their intentions are, you need to talk to them and ask them. And that way you can clarify what's going on, and that way you can make the right decision. So you have things to do in October, Cancer. Basically, you're going to cut away what's no longer working. You're going to resolve an issue from the past that's been kind of bugging you. You're going to get yourself out of a rut because I see adventure and new opportunities coming up. And you are moving in a positive direction. But you have some things to clear up first before that positive energy can manifest. You have to kind of clear up some loose ends from the past. That's what I see for you in October. So I wish you luck and I wish you love and happy Halloween. And I will talk to you again in November. Thanks, Cancer.